Did you know that data-driven organizations are 23 times more likely to acquire customers, 6 times more likely to retain those customers, and a shocking 19 times more likely to be profitable as a result? This statistic comes from the McKinsey Global Institute, and it underscores the incredible importance of understanding and tracking the right numbers in your business. While each business is unique with its own set of goals and business model, there are certain numbers and metrics that are universally pretty important. Today, we're going to be talking about those essential numbers and illuminating how they can help to guide your business decisions. If you're new here, my name is Kari, and I help businesses with messy metrics clean them up so they can have all of the numbers they need at their fingertips for easy decision making and increasing profits. At its core, every business is made up of numbers. These figures aren't just abstract values on a spreadsheet. They actually paint a vivid picture of your business's health, growth trajectory, and potential areas of concern. Think of them as the pulse of your business, with each metric providing a deeper insight into a different part of your operation. Have you ever had burning questions about your business? Questions like, why aren't we making more sales? Or what are our biggest expenses? The answers to these lie in your numbers. By accurately tracking and interpreting them, you transform these numbers into actionable insights, creating a roadmap to navigate and help you pivot your strategies as needed. And this brings us to a golden rule in business analytics. Track only what you will act upon. It is so easy to get lost in a sea of data, but if a specific number or metric doesn't influence a decision or prompt a change in strategy, its tracking may not be essential. Every piece of data you monitor should serve a purpose, steering you closer and closer to your business goals. While your unique business model and goals may dictate specific metrics to be on the lookout for, there are certain universal numbers that stand out as invaluable for almost every business. And these metrics are the touchstones that offer a holistic view into the growth, health, and potential of your business. So let's dive into those numbers and understand why they're so crucial. Let's start with your profit. At its core, profit is what remains after you've subtracted all of your expenses from your total revenue. This includes everything from your cost of goods sold to the salaries of your team members. It's the real litmus test for the financial health and genuine profitability of your business. One of the classic pitfalls in the business world is confusing revenue with profit. Just because you're bringing in substantial amounts doesn't mean you're truly profitable. Think of it like a bucket with a hole. You might be able to fill it up pretty quickly, but if it's constantly leaking due to expenses, it will never truly be full. To be a sustainable business, ensuring you have a really good grasp on your actual profit, not just your revenue, is very key. Customer lifetime value represents the total net profit a business can expect to make from any given customer throughout their lifetime. To calculate it, you'd typically consider the average purchase value multiplied by the frequency of purchases and then multiplied by the average lifespan of a customer within your business. This metric sheds light on customer loyalty and the true worth of maintaining long-term business relationships. It's not just about that one-off sale, but the potential of consistent business over time. A frequent mistake businesses make is equating customer lifetime value with the value of a single purchase. But in doing so, they underestimate the potential revenue a single customer can bring over their lifetime. To draw an analogy, think of a loyal customer as a fruitful tree. It doesn't just provide fruit once, it produces a harvest season after season, year after year. So nurturing that tree and ensuring its health directly translates to a consistent yield. Your sales conversion rate is the percentage that represents how many of your leads or prospects actually go on to make a purchase. It's calculated by taking the number of conversions, your actual sales, and dividing it by the total number of leads and then multiplying that result by 100. The true value of understanding this metric lies in its ability to expose the effectiveness of your sales funnel and strategy. A strong conversion rate suggests that your marketing and sales tactics are really resonating with your audience and leading them smoothly to a purchase decision. But one common trap that many businesses fall into is equating a surge in leads with an automatic uptick in conversions. While having a large number of leads can be a really good thing, it's the quality of those leads and the efficiency of your conversion process that really makes a difference. Consider this: a shop that sees thousands of visitors daily but records only a handful of purchases is really only experiencing traffic, not actual business. Your traffic refers to the number of visitors landing on your website or other digital platform. And it's a really crucial metric, especially for online businesses, because it gives you a view of your brand's visibility and how effectively you're drawing potential customers to your digital doorstep. The true essence of tracking traffic isn't just about tallying numbers, it's about gauging brand awareness and understanding the full breadth of your reach in the digital marketplace. However, a common misconception is believing that all traffic is good traffic. Just like in a brick and mortar store that might see dozens of window shoppers, not every online visitor has the intent to purchase or actually engage. Quantity doesn't always translate to quality. You could have thousands of visitors, but if they're not your target audience or if they leave without taking any action, that high traffic count might not be as great as it seems. So think of it this way. Just like a physical store might have people strolling in to merely browse or take shelter from weather, not every online visitor is there with the intention to buy or engage. And it's really important to differentiate between foot traffic and genuine potential buyers. Sales by product or service involves monitoring the specific sales numbers attributed to each of your offerings. It provides a really clear picture of which of your products or services are the most popular with your audience and which are generating the most revenue. By understanding which products or services are your best sellers, you can gain valuable insights into what's actually really working in your business. This knowledge allows you to make informed decisions on where to allocate your marketing budget, which products to push forward, and even which areas might need a little bit of revamping. But a common mistake businesses make is equating higher sales directly with higher profitability. It's so important to consider all aspects of a product or service, including production, marketing, and other related costs. For instance, a product might be selling like hotcakes, but if its production costs are sky high, it might not really be contributing as much to your bottom line as you think it is. A great example of this is in the film industry. Just because a movie rakes in impressive ticket sales doesn't mean it's going to be the most profitable. A high-budget blockbuster might gross hundreds of millions, but still underperform in profit margins compared to a low-budget indie film that becomes a surprise hit. While collecting and monitoring your business numbers is very important, what truly unlocks their value is your ability to interpret and act upon them. Numbers and metrics by themselves are just data points. It's the story they tell and the insights they provide that really helps to move your business forward. So please take the time to dig deeper into what those numbers actually mean. So for example, if your sales conversion rate dips, it could be an indicator that something is wrong in your sales process that needs tweaking. On the other hand, if one product is outselling others by a significant margin, maybe it's time to consider expanding that line or using that product's success as a blueprint for other products. Regularly reviewing your numbers is so important, but reflection is equally crucial. Ask yourself, what are these numbers actually telling me? Is there a pattern emerging? What adjustments do I need to make? Insights without action are kind of pointless. So please ensure that you're not just passively collecting data, but rather that you're actively using that knowledge to refine and adapt your strategies. It's this cycle of reviewing, reflection, and taking action that will help to keep your business agile, responsive, and on a path to sustained growth. By ensuring you're tracking the right metrics and interpreting them accurately, you really do set the foundation for a successful data-driven strategy. And in the realm of business, there's always the allure of the new customers, new markets, and new audiences. And while bringing in new leads is really important, it's equally important to recognize and seize the immediate opportunities present in your existing business ecosystem. In other words, go after your low-hanging fruit. Before you explore new horizons, look inwards. Your existing customers already trust you, making them much more likely to buy again. By enhancing their experience, addressing concerns promptly, and building stronger relationships, you really can significantly boost your retention rates and your customer lifetime value. Conversion rate optimization experts Invest conducted a study that showed that acquiring a new customer is 5 times as expensive as retaining an existing customer, and that typically you're at least 40% more likely to sell to a current customer than to a new one. Focus on offering value and building trust through excellent customer service, and you will likely be rewarded with repeat customers and higher retention rates. Once you have the trust of your customers, consider strategies to increase their average order value as well. Bundling products, upselling, and cross-selling are all classic techniques. And by providing offers that resonate with what they actually need, you encourage customers to purchase more in a single transaction. Then, with a solid base of returning customers and a strategy to maximize your order values, it's time to optimize your sales conversion rate. Review your sales funnel, pinpoint where people are dropping off, and then address each of those different places. Maybe it's your checkout process, or maybe it's your product description. Each improvement in the conversion rate translates to direct gains in revenue. And now with all of those pieces in place, then you can focus on driving more traffic. Remember, with the previous steps optimized, each new visitor to your platform has a much higher potential value. Now, contrary to what many people believe, this order of operations really does matter. While it's tempting to drive into just driving new traffic, working in the order we just talked about ensures that when new traffic arrives, your business is already set up to maximize those leads' potential. It really is about ensuring that foundation is robust before you start to build on it. For those curious about how to avoid common pitfalls and misconceptions when looking at numbers in your own business, I've covered this topic in another video. Check out The Truth About Business Numbers in order to help you build your knowledge of how to navigate the numbers in your own business. Now remember, the numbers in your business tell a story, so please make sure that you're reading them right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.